am with Valerie from Art a la Carte, just walking around VidCon like that's just a normal thing an Art Sherpa might do on a regular day. But it certainly isn't. Big adventure, a lot of fun. There's the sign, VidCon sign. Donna and Kimberly came to see me, drove out with little brushes to come see me. Here's a view of the endless amount of teen angst and creativity. Look at all these creative people, they're just everywhere. And I'm in my Sherpa gear, right there in the middle of all of it, just walking around like you do. Mr. Fish! I love Mr. Fish. He brought out a really dancey dance side of me. I felt his groove, his jam. Really one of the fantastic VidCon things that I got to see.
I love that fish.
Look at this. Yes, this is the Vest Lounge. And here we are at night because glowing skates belong everywhere all the time. Colleen is amazing. She's like literally been the camera woman at every major event you probably go up with. Her stories were jaw-dropping. I am worn out, and we're just kind of checking out what's happening at VidCon at night. Most of the cool kids have gone on to parties, I think, is what has happened. But I found my lack of Starbucks really slowed me down.
Oh, there it is. Hello.
And then we met Ellie Meadows. Elle Meadows is a fantastic comedian on YouTube. She was a sweetie pie. When answering the question, unicorn or dragons, of course, the correct answer is unicorns. Dragons be awesome, but unicorns are magical. So you should go check out her VidCon video. It's also a really another kind of young, fun perspective on VidCon, which I think you should see. I'm like having a blast at this point because I'm kid-free.
Oh, cool, thank you.
Yeah, John has a troll. He's been trolled. And there's pink hair that matches the troll. Does anyone else find that interesting? Like, how did that even happen?
It was bananas awesome.
So how was your trip?
Well, it's fantastic. I love it. I love everybody I've met. I did find actual artists well, I mean, obviously everybody here is artists, but like process painting artists and crafters. I have just had a really good time, and I've been all Sherpa'd up, and that's been okay. And so, going much better than I expected. And here's the lobby. I think every artist should go next year. I think we should be painting. I think we should be drawing and journaling. But don't go near the elevators because there's no way to get upstairs.
There is not.
The elevator's impossible.
It is impossible. And here is the bar, which we spent a lot of time in and actually met a lot of really great people. And there's the escalators, which is your only way to sort of circumvent the elevator, just if you're going to VidCon 2016. It's the Starbucks line again. So if you need proof that you're addicted to something, go stand in a line this long with your fellow addicts and see how much you care. This is like probably going to be my #1 VidCon experience. It's the Starbucks line. So yeah, delicious beverage, overly important today. We're gonna get some film and show you. Yeah, there's no words for this. This was like this every day from Wednesday through Sunday. It's just people waiting for Starbucks. It didn't matter your badge. You could have community badge, creator badge, industry badge. The line is a great equalizer. So here we are going into the main floor. It kind of like had 3 floors. So this is like the main floor where the community got to come. I actually had wished there was even more community interaction. A lot of fun stuff here. Point of observation, Houston has a quilting show. Takes me the entire day to just see a small portion of it.
No, girl, you good, you
Big
good.
con, not that big.
Okay, so my question for you is, are you feeling turtly?
Spongy.
Spongy. You're feeling spongy today?
Super spongy always.
Super spongy always. Now, if you'd like to make
Nothing but fun and an aquatic squirrel to be your best friend. That's the kind of joy that art can bring you. You should paint.
That's Charity there with me. She was one of the fun people that I met. She was fantastic. And just more of this sea. Here's an observation. All of these kids just running around looking for some interaction with their favorite YouTuber, no merchandise. I don't know. I'm just saying. Ball pit was a great fun place to be in. And really, even though, you know, I'm a Sherpa, I'm an art process teacher, I fit in. Oh, look who's back. Elle's back. So you'd see fellow YouTubers up and down the escalators with these guards watching them. This is the you now thing. They all seem to really like it. I felt no need to you or now, but it was awesome. And here's John is fascinated to film the filmmakers. So these guys were doing a little drone experience up at VidCon. There was all kinds of shenanigans kind of basically going on all the time. Themes that you can count on at VidCon. Multicolored hair, so fit right in there. And just weird inventive projects that you wouldn't expect. I really wish we'd had more artists. I would have loved to have seen us like drawing out in the aisles or having paint-ins with the community. That's the thing I'm going to be changing for next year, for 2016, is we're going to have paint-ins and meetups and paint-ups and all of that. Just to see you guys, just to have you guys be part of this process, which is incredible. You know, you can see this little drone going around at Upscale. Here I am.
So this is VidCon. This is crazy. Not a lot of artists here, but a few artists are here. And mostly you kind of have to consider that everybody here is some type of artist, because look at this crazy creativity. So we found a few of them. We've got a Disney SketchUp day tomorrow I'm really excited about. Hopefully 2016 we're going to have a whole bunch of our YouTube artists come out. We're going to get a bunch of guys. Hey Clive! Hi Clive in Wales, and Todd Graham, and everybody that comes, Shannon and Secret. I can't believe I didn't get to run into Secret. It's crazy, but just everybody's going to be here next year. That's my plan. And this insanity, because that's what we should do. We should all be set up painting here. That's what I feel like we should be doing. We should be painting right in the middle of this mess.
Organizers will love it.
I'm sure they'll love it and appreciate our paint so much. Take a look around. It's insane.
It really is. I, at one point, was sorry, did not bring the kids, but then other points I was glad. However, the unicorns, the dancing unicorns really worked for me. Look at these guys. They're adorable. Pregnant unicorn is maybe my favorite unicorn. You know, not sure if she's, you never really know under the suit, but I love the idea of it. You gotta love the music and the energy. And here they are, ATUI, just doing their ATU. It's ATU, doing their thing, being unicorns. Because we should all be unicorns. Always be yourself unless you can be a unicorn, and then always be a unicorn. Absolutely. Truest statement ever. VidCon sign. Oh, I love this girl. She was so fantastic. She was 15, quite tall, and so smart, and just did come because she loves YouTubers.
What's amazing about you?
She loves this whole process. She loves learning from YouTube. She loves watching the creative process of YouTube. So it's great. Dancing and happy again.
So many people, and yet no sidewalk chalk. Things to change. That's what we need here, is like free-form sidewalk chalk and crafting tables and beating tables. Oh, and Segway embellishment. We need that. And also I feel like our protesters need prettier signs.
I got more app updates about these protesters than any other VidCon app update.
And this is my favorite part of the walk, which is the tree.
I don't know what your protesters are like, but these were some pretty calm protesters. We usually get a rowdier protester in Houston. These guys seem pretty mellow. But there was a lot of don't feed the protester updates on the VidCon app. Don't touch them, don't talk to them, don't feed them.
Are you still with me?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know you were still with me. So many. Are we still? Okay, we're walking. It's my favorite part of the
Stalked
walk.
by my own husband with a camera on a pole whole time.
And here's what's crazy. I'm in my full Sherpa gear with my crazy red hair, and I'm in no way standing out other than maybe being a little higher, a scotch higher than the average age of most of the creators here.
Maybe a bit.
But not entirely alone, and what are you gonna do?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta make what you gotta make. You're in the bushes. So I'm gonna go into the hotel. I'm gonna get ready to go to see the panel about being creative on YouTube.
First panel, art panel, creative panel they had at this convention. The year before it was just Mary Doodles in a dunk tank.
It's filming themselves non-stop. I don't know where I'm going. I'm following the camera.
Camera's following you.
Well, then we should go this way. So I feel like your most important VidCon experience that I'd like to share with you is the horror that is the elevators at the Hilton. That part is really good. Love the community. They're amazing. In fact, I celebrate everybody with the community badge. They're the best. They've really been wonderful to hang around with. They do, however, pack my elevators.
Waiting for a YouTube star.
Full of bodies. And this will probably be a calm day. We have like, I know the Sherpa's supposed to be making healthy life choices, and that's probably a good thing, but I really prefer the elevator, and these kids have made me take the stairs several times. I love them. I want them to continue to be creative, but I also want to be able to enjoy my elevator, which looks like it's closed. What is this craziness?
We can go up.
It's the line to the elevator.
Yeah.
Is it the elevator at Disney? No, it is not. It is just the elevator to go back to my room and have a little lay down time.
So this is the FameBit Creator Lounge. They had jams and snacks going all the time. I mean, to be real honest, Industry Lounge was pretty more set up. We had a lot more food and a lot more service, but this was a fun place. And, you know, it was a place you could hang out if the creators needed to take a little break from everything. Sometimes it was packed wall to wall. Sometimes it was really quiet. It just depended on the time of day and what type of panels were going on. Back down to the show floor. Maker and all the MCNs are there. And the infamous ball pit. Did I jump in it? No, I didn't, because, you know, I need better insurance. But she's fine. Her parents probably have good insurance, so that's okay. Again, didn't do it. Loved watching it. Kids in a hamster ball. It's awesome. Watch that all day. Also, they probably have good coverage. This was like the thing to do. People were really having fun with it. I was still pretty torqued about the elevator situation, so I wasn't going to do another extra thing. I want those bungees for my own children. I just want to tether them to things. Does anyone else feel that way? Narwhals. Okay, I know it was all about unicorns and dragons, but for me it was all about the narwhal. That was like my first report as a kid in school, was about narwhals. And then this is just that my husband found a car, and so we're going to look at some footage of that now, because that's what makes my dear sweet husband very happy, is cars. But it was a very fun booth, and they were giving away prizes, and they had a lot going on. But if you're in Houston and you've seen the quilting show, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is like a show light.
I do painting,
Set art panel.
So learning shading, learning drawing, learning new techniques. Of course, you're going to grow as an artist.
Made you, Mary Doodles made you look book, and
She
gave.
said.
This is not I'm the only guy.
And we're back out to the crowd. Here is me actually hanging out with said artists that are going to the SketchUp, which was like, you know, it's so fun to be new into any circle.
So I'm at Downtown Disney for a video posted meetup from Valerie from Art a la Carte. Go by and give her some love. I'm at this stage where I have an obscure location with an obscure landmark, and I'm hoping I'm not being pranked.
Yeah, literally, it was just the red fountain at Downtown Disney by the Disney store. That was the instructions. But look, we're actually ended up at a green fountain. Maybe it was a colorblind thing. So off in the distance, you can see Valerie, and she's sketching with her fans. And I'm kind of hanging out with the artists, talking to them. You know, I got to meet Steve Rebro and Will Terrell and Valerie and some other really fun artists doing some really cool work where we might not necessarily all see each other in our processes on a regular day. I find sometimes and needlessly that painters and illustrators are separated, which I have never understood, but then, you know, I'm about inclusion, so that's my thing. Art is art. It doesn't need to be defended or explained. It explains itself. I'm sitting here, and what I decided I would do, everyone else was sensible and just brought, you know, pens and markers, and I thought, no, I'll bring watercolors. That's a good plan. I'll bring pink and my Disney ears. I think my thinking was that this would be cool. Sometimes I don't think these things out ahead of time. But pink always makes me feel better. And so, there I am doing one of my horses. I do when I'm just feeling creative. And Donna's back with her little brush, and they came to actually paint with me, which leads me to, for playlists and VidCon 2016, definitely going to do paint ups with you guys. I want you to meet me someplace. I'll set it up. I'll make sure it's well promoted, and we'll meet up and we will paint together because that was so fun. In my defense, look, they brought watercolor paper too, so the painters were just, there's my horse. I'll post the finished piece on Facebook, and here I am talking to Valerie. Valerie was easy to find thanks to the pink and purple hair, and incredibly inclusive and kind, and was just a very sweet person. She is as sweet in person as she seems on her YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out her YouTube channel, you should. There's the red fountain. Just saying. There is the red fountain, which is really kind of a cad orange, not to be picky or whatever. I'm just saying. And we did a group picture and got to see everybody and talk and hug. So that was really good. I hope next VidCon people will come see me. Fabulous Piano Man, the Grand Californian Hotel at Downtown Disney. You better believe I didn't go to Disney proper since my kids weren't with me and I want to live. So my funny takeaway VidCon story is, leading up to VidCon, talking to Valerie and other artists, I had kind of a running joke going that I would be at VidCon until I saw Frank, and then I would probably get kicked out because I would do something crazy. And I kept hinting at all the crazy things I would do if I saw Frank, like chase him through the halls or, you know, just real whack job stuff. And I didn't really expect to see him. I didn't expect to meet him. I didn't expect to run into him. But in magical VidCon fashion, I ended up getting the opportunity to actually get a picture taken with him. So I was like, oh, this is such a great time to prank my fellow YouTube artists and like pretend to be doing something crazy to Frank, and they'll be all shocked and like blown away. And I get up to talk to him. I get to my place where I can talk to him and I just freeze. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just shut down. I had nothing. It was such an moment. I was like, I don't know what to say to you. And I was like, all I managed to get out was, do you want to prank my friends? And then I'm just standing there. And so Frank actually says to me, I don't think you know what a prank is. He's like, this is like, show your friends, right? We're going to show your friends that you met me. So that was horrible and awkward, and yet really actually pretty spectacular, because he was a very good sport about what obviously probably didn't make any sense at all to anyone but me. And it's one of those fabulous moments where you're really happy it happened, but incredibly embarrassed and horrified. And God, I hope we never have to do business, because I'll never ever feel like I can live that down. Then here we went with some friends of ours, and they are our partners. They're amazing, incredible, wonderful people, without whom I just don't know how I would do anything. I have been so supported and encouraged when probably every other message in the universe would tell me that I couldn't do this or couldn't be this or, you know, be part of this. This is John Prevost and my husband John. They're hopefully starting a YouTube show soon. These two boys like to go get military vehicles that are broken and try to drive them back home, get them running, drive them back home. They also really like to take their military vehicles and see if they'll withstand things. So they had like Deuce versus Hay, Deuce versus Pile of Pumpkins. It's their weekend activity, and I just feel at this point that they should be filming these shenanigans for your husbands to watch, and maybe you. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I've seen like phone footage of it, and I'm like, oh my god, this would be insane. So that would be Axle Joint. Hopefully that will happen coming soon. The other Margaret. This is myself and Margaret. I've known her since before I had kids. Actually, when I was like a whole person before I had children, and when her children were very small. So it was amazing to have her there. She really keeps me on my toes and keeps me going and makes sure that my head is in the right place, because I can get a little weird. This was my first industry party, and I went in my Minecraft gear. Everybody thought I was a Minecraft vlogger. It's Rebecca's back to me, and a couple of really cool skateboarding and interesting YouTubers there. Really fantastic to meet everybody at this party. I did, however, feel a little silly in my Sherpa gear, but John's like, nope, you're the Sherpa, so you gotta be the Sherpa, so I did. Then I had, Margaret and I, we tend to get into shenanigans and be big goofs, and I just can't tell you the appreciation and gratitude I have for friends and the people that support me. It just makes all of the difference in the world. It's incredible, and I hope that my life is full of those kinds of memories. Maybe less Frank awkward memories and more friend memories. Oh gosh, I can be such a dorcas. It's amazing. And that comes to my last thought, which is my husband John, who walked around with a camera pole on a gimbal from Wednesday through Sunday, being incredibly patient with all kinds of craziness and silliness and noise and elevator issues. He just was a champion this whole time, and he didn't even feel well the whole trip. And it was amazing that he was there for me the way he was. I just love him to death. I hope I will see you guys at VidCon next year. A bunch of you. Like I'm and Playlist, which is in Orlando. I definitely want to see you guys at Playlist in Orlando and VidCon 2016, because that's what makes the memories. And I will see you soon on what will hopefully be a live show. Yeah, I did. I dropped that right at the end of the video. Live. All right, guys. You're everything. Thank you. Keep arting. Keep being creative. Bye-bye.